Hey, welcome back to World Entertainment. And of course, Superman's on its way. And of course, DC Studios will be at CinemaCon this week. And there's supposedly a new trailer. I wouldn't hold your breath, to be honest, at this stage. Because they keep thinking, oh, they're at these things, they're going to show trailer. And it ends up being nothing. So we'll have to wait and see. But what they have dropped right now for us to actually have a look at is new promotional art, new posters, and actually some merchandise that we can have a look at. We'll have a quick look at the article that kind of builds up to this, and then we'll take a look at the actual artwork. It's fine, it does give you a better look at the suit and stuff on one or two of them, and the merchandise is interesting to say the least. But let's have a look anyway. So we're expecting a second full trailer for Superman at CinemaCon next week. But in the meantime, some new promo posters for James Gunn's DCU reboot have been shared online. The artwork features David Corenswet's Man of Steel striking several iconic poses, and also gives us another look at the redesigned Fortress of Solitude. Another test screening for the movie was reportedly held earlier this week, which would have been last week, and we've heard that the reactions were mixed, which, to be fair, is often the case. A new Superman film, especially one with so much writing on it, is a huge deal for a lot of people, so there's bound to be a lot of scrutiny in the build-up to its release. And you can say what you want, but every time you hear something from those, it's like one side says, it's fantastic, and the next side says, we've heard it's terrible, and it's like, yeah, we'll probably just wait and see what actually comes about this. But the images, here's the first one, and it is this look up poster, which, by the way, all the posters are just basically plain white with just images on them. But again, you kind of get a better look at the suit. You can kind of see the design on it. You really do see, though, that it is baggy. You can see like how much space there is up at the wrist. The whole look up thing, fine. The images, this is the thing, the posters that they've been showing us lately compared to the actual trailer, you can see how much brighter the suit is in these images compared to the trailer. It wasn't that bright in the trailer, which is interesting to me. So the next one that came out was this one, the Superman one itself. Which, again, it's a fine one. I used it for the thumbnail after all. But again, you kind of get that clearer look at the S and stuff, and you do see there is more kind of texture to the suit. The S, I don't know, like I've always said, I don't like that S, and I do not like this suit. But the fact that the S is kind of standing out, I can't think of what you call that. And to me, it's like 3D, where it's like it imprinted onto it, as opposed to being a part of the suit. Like, you can see the lines in it where it's like kind of little trenches, little ditches going through it. Yeah, I don't know why they made that decision. I don't know why they made... Well, actually, I do know why they made the decision to use Fat S, because it's what James Gunn likes. Screw what everyone else likes. It's what he likes. But isn't it funny as well that all these promo images now we're starting to get is Corenswet smiling, and yet the very first trailer they decided to put out for us didn't smile once. Not once was he smiling. In fact, he was crying more times in that trailer than smiling, which he didn't do once. This one is probably the best one for seeing the suit, and yeah, you really just see all those lines in it and just how baggy kind of the arm section is and stuff. This is the only one that kind of looks more in line with what we see in the trailer and stuff, where the color is a bit more muted compared to the other ones. It's interesting as well that this image, his eyes aren't kind of very far separated and going in all different directions, like that flying clip that they released, where it was like, oh, why is his eyes all weird and the CG looks terrible? And James Gunn's like, it's not CG, and it's like, maybe it should be. Isn't it interesting that this image, his eyes aren't looking like that? I just think that's interesting. And again, you can see how loose the collar area is when his head is kind of upwards. It's such a baggy suit. I don't know why they went with this design. To be honest, even with all these lines in this, it just looks like something out of Guardians of the Galaxy, really. Which shouldn't be a surprise, because the woman who designed it is the woman who James Gunn used to design the costumes for Guardians of the Galaxy. This is the one with the Fortress of Solitude, which you can see it's like this weird shaped where it kind of goes off really high at the back end and it's smaller at the front end. It almost looks like a big bloody Game of Thrones chair, to be honest with you, in that design. You don't really get much of a clear image of Superman. Like, he's quite small in that image. I think this is more to kind of show you the fortress as opposed to him. I still think it's weird as well that we're getting images like this and stuff and no official poster yet. Why have we not been given an official poster for this thing yet? That is blowing my mind that they haven't done that. But then we got this one. This is a weird one, with this kind of, he's almost like a hologram version of Superman with the red S on the chest. You can kind of see Metropolis at the bottom part, like you can make out the Daily Planet there. This is not a particularly great one. This looks like something more in kin for them to stick on a t-shirt or something, to be honest with you. There's really like not a hell of a lot to it. It's like, yeah, he's blue and the whole color and the whole thing is blue except for the red symbol, which is weird. But then this merchandise one comes out. I don't know whether this is like stuff that's going to be available to the public or whether this is exclusive stuff to CinemaCon, but you get the baseball cap there, you get this bag thing here. Look, I don't know whether this is a mug or whether it's one of those can cooler holder things. It looks like a mug, judging by the shape near the top. Then this, it looks like just a long sleeve shirt, to be honest. I'm assuming this other one here with Superman on it, that kind of silhouette of him, I'm assuming that's the back of this shirt, but that's not a different shirt or jumper. I'm assuming that's the back of this one. Not 100% sure why they have what appears to be the Daily Planet logo on the arm. It's a bit weird. And then whatever the hell this thing is, I have no idea what the hell this thing is with the Superman. It, like, obviously they have the Superman symbol on it, and the silver parts look like they're meant to be parts of the Fortress of Solitude. What the hell the rest of it is, I have no idea. I have not the foggiest of what that thing is. Unless it's just some sort of stand of some sort to put something on. I don't know. It's a weird thing. And I haven't seen anything anywhere saying what the hell that thing is from what I've seen. So I suppose we'll have to wait until it's either available or we get a better look at that thing on its own. But there you go. That's all the stuff that they've dropped for now anyway. So we'll have to wait and actually see what comes out this week. Do we get a actual first official full trailer? You would think it's about time. By the way, it should be noted that tomorrow on Tuesday, it's going to be a nightmare online. Because, of course, it'll be April Fool's. So every story will be practically unbelievable. So the majority of the stories or videos you'll see that I'll put out, they'll be recorded today on Monday. They won't be recorded on the Tuesday on the 1st, because you're probably not going to be able to believe the majority of it. And I can guarantee you there'll be tons of crap about Superman. There'll probably be some new AI generated poster that'll feature someone that we didn't expect to be on there, and besides Superman, you'd be like, what the hell? And like Batman, they'll probably put Batman on there or something, or we'll get Batman. Either way, it'll be a nightmare. But there's your new promotional images for Superman and new merchandise. Again, don't know whether that's exclusive to CinemaCon or whether it's going to be available everywhere for everyone. We'll wait and see. So, with that, I shall leave it there for this one. Like, share, subscribe, all that good stuff. Cheers, and I will catch you in the next one.